What's the point of living 100 years if we never truly live a single day? This question may sound simple, but it holds a deep truth about how we live our lives. Many people spend their entire lives focused only on extending time, working endlessly, saving money, staying safe, and planning for the future. But in the process, they often forget to actually live. They forget to smile with their hearts, to chase their dreams, to enjoy the little moments, or to ask themselves the most important question: am I really living, or just existing? That's the difference between living long and living well. In this video, we are going to explore this powerful idea, that the quality of your life is far more important than the length of it. Living well doesn't mean having a perfect life. It means having a meaningful life, a life filled with love, growth, kindness, and purpose. It means waking up with a reason to smile, a goal to chase, and a heart that is present in the moment. Living long, on the other hand, only speaks about how many years you spend on this earth. But if those years are filled with fear, regret, boredom, or emptiness, then what's the value of time itself? I created this video especially for people like you, those who want to learn English, but also want to grow in life. Because learning a language is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about expanding your world, understanding new ideas, and becoming a better version of yourself. My mission is to help you not only speak better English, but to also think better, feel deeper, and live more fully. I want to motivate you to become more confident in your language skills and your life goals, to help you see the beauty of personal growth, and to remind you that every single day is a chance to live well. So if you're someone who wants to grow, improve, and become more, not just in English but in life, you're in the right place. This journey is not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Let's begin. What does living well mean? Living well does not mean being rich, famous, or having everything you want. It means living with purpose, passion, peace, and presence. Let's understand what each of these words mean in a simple way. Purpose means you know why you wake up every morning. You have something meaningful to do, something that gives you a reason to keep going. It could be taking care of your family, learning something new, helping others, or building your dream step by step. Passion is doing something that excites you, something that brings you joy, even when it's not easy. It could be painting, teaching, starting a small business, or simply learning English. Peace is feeling calm and happy inside, even if your life is not perfect. It means being grateful, letting go of stress, and focusing on what really matters. Presence is being in the moment, not always thinking about the past or worrying about the future. It's about truly enjoying your time with your family, your food, your work, and your learning. Now, let's talk about how this is different from just existing or surviving. When someone is just surviving, they do the same things every day without thinking about them. They wake up, go to work, come home, eat, sleep, and repeat. They don't feel excited. They don't feel joy. They just go through the motions. They are breathing, but they are not really alive inside. They are waiting for the weekend, waiting for retirement, waiting for happiness to come someday. But that someday often never comes. And this is the sad truth. Many people spend years of their life just existing, not truly living. They are alive, but their heart feels empty. They are safe, but not happy. Let me give you a simple real-life story. I once met a man who worked at a small tea shop. Every morning, he would open his shop before sunrise. He didn't make much money, and his job was hard. But the way he welcomed his customers, with a warm smile, with kindness, with energy, was amazing. He remembered people's names, their favorite tea, and always asked them how they were doing. He made his small shop feel like home for many. When I asked him once how he stayed so happy, he said, "I may not have much, but I love serving people. It gives me peace." That man lived well. He may not have had a big house or traveled the world, but every day he lived with purpose, passion, peace, and presence. On the other hand, I know people who have money, big houses, and expensive things, but they are always tired, always stressed, and never smiling. They are always thinking about what they don't have or what might go wrong. They may live a long life, but they don't live it well. So living well is not about what you have. It's about how you live. It's about choosing joy, choosing meaning, and living each day with heart. Living well means asking yourself, am I doing something I care about today? Am I growing today? Am I kind to myself and others today? Even if life is not perfect, you can still live it well by being honest, hopeful, and open to learning and loving. You don't have to wait for a special day to begin living well. You can start now, right where you are, by finding meaning in the small things, like listening to this video to grow your English and mindset, helping a friend, or writing down one thing you're thankful for. So, to live well means to live deeply, to live with heart, and to make each day count. It's about feeling alive, not just existing, but truly living. And that, my friend, is something that is always worth working toward. The problem: living long without living fully. In today's world, many people focus only on one goal: to live longer. They want to stay safe, avoid problems, and follow a routine that feels comfortable. While it's natural to want security and stability, the real problem begins when this becomes the only way we live. We start to avoid taking risks, we stop dreaming big, and we forget to ask ourselves, am I really happy? Instead of living fully, we begin to live like robots, doing the same things every day, without energy or purpose. Think about this. Some people work in the same job for 10, 20, or even 30 years. They don't enjoy it. They wake up tired. They count the days until the weekend, and they dream of quitting. But they never do. Why? Because it feels safe. It's what they know. They keep telling themselves, someday I'll do what I love, or maybe next year I'll try something new. But that someday never comes, and the years keep passing. This is a life that is long, but not full. Another example is someone who always avoids challenges. Let's say you want to learn English, but you're afraid to speak. You think, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? So you keep silent. You stay in your comfort zone. Days, months, or even years pass, and you still don't improve. Not because you can't, but because you never tried fully. You were alive, but you were not living your potential. This way of thinking affects your whole mindset. When you live only for safety, you stop growing. Your mind becomes filled with fear, doubt, and low confidence. You start to believe that you are not good enough. Your dreams feel too far away. Even your happiness becomes small. You smile less, you enjoy less, and you forget how powerful you truly are. And when your mindset is weak, it becomes harder to learn anything new. including English. You may watch videos, read books, or listen to podcasts, but without passion and belief in yourself, it feels like nothing changes. Living long without living fully means missing out on the beauty of life. It means being alive on the outside, but feeling stuck on the inside. It's like having a car, but never driving it to where your heart wants to go. Yes, you're moving, but you're not going anywhere meaningful. That's why it's so important to break this pattern. Life is not just about staying safe. It's about becoming brave, exploring new paths, and making your time meaningful. Whether you're learning English, starting a new habit, or chasing a dream, do it with heart. Don't wait for someday. Start today. Because the real risk is not failing. The real risk is never trying at all. The core message: focus on the quality of life. When we talk about life, many people think about how long they will live. But what truly matters is how well we live. The quality of life is about joy, meaning, connection, learning, and growth. You can live for 80 or 90 years, but if you are not happy, not learning, not sharing love, or not growing, then what's the point of all those years? So now, let's explore the heart of this message. We will focus on 3 key areas that will help you live a more meaningful life, starting today. These areas are the meaning of life, the purpose of life, and living with intention. A. Meaning of life. Let me ask you a powerful question. What gives your life meaning? This is not always an easy question, but it's a very important one. Meaning is what makes life feel valuable. It's what brings light to your heart. For some people, meaning comes from helping others. For others, it comes from being close to their family, or from learning and becoming a better version of themselves. Meaning can be found in small, everyday things. When you make someone smile, you feel something inside. That's meaning. When you learn a new English word and feel proud of yourself, that's meaning. When you share your ideas with someone and inspire them, that's meaning. You don't need to do something big to live a meaningful life. You just need to be open to it. Be curious. Explore new things. Try something creative, like drawing, writing, or learning a new skill. Make deep connections with people. Ask questions. Read books. Talk to others with kindness. These small things help you discover what matters most to you. Think about the people who bring meaning to your life. Think about the activities that make you forget time because you enjoy them so much. That's where meaning often hides. When you follow those paths, life becomes more than just living. It becomes fulfilling. B. Purpose of life. Now let's talk about purpose. Purpose is like the direction of your life. If meaning is the feeling in your heart, purpose is the path you walk. It gives you a goal to work toward. Everyone's purpose is different, and that's okay. Your purpose doesn't have to be something huge. It can be simple, but important. Maybe your purpose is to care for your family. Maybe it's to teach, to create, to serve, or to grow and share your knowledge. Think about what excites you. What topics do you enjoy? What kind of work makes you feel useful or proud? What do you love doing even when it's hard? These are signs of your purpose. For example, if you love learning English and using it to inspire or help others, then maybe your purpose is to use language as a tool to connect and support. If you love nature, maybe your purpose is to protect the earth or teach others to care for it. Start by setting small, simple goals. If your purpose is to grow and improve, make a habit of reading every day or practicing English regularly. If your purpose is to care for others, spend quality time with them and listen to their needs. Purpose gives you energy, confidence, and direction. When you live with purpose, even your difficult days feel important, because you know you are walking toward something meaningful. C. Living with intention. Finally, let's talk about living with intention. This means being fully present in your life. It means not just letting the days pass, but using your time in a way that matches your values and your goals. When you live with intention, you don't let life control you. You choose how you live. You take time to slow down, to notice the small things, and to be grateful. Simple daily habits can change everything. For example, waking up 10 minutes early to plan your day, practicing English with focus instead of just watching random videos, writing down 3 things you're thankful for, or calling a friend to say something kind. These small actions, when done with care, make your life richer. Mindfulness helps too. It means paying attention to what you are doing and how you feel. When you eat, really taste your food. When you talk to someone, really listen. When you study, be focused. When you're grateful, feel it deeply. These moments of presence create a deep sense of peace and joy. Let me give you one more real-life example. A young woman I know started learning English during a very hard time in her life. She was sad, alone, and unsure of her future. But she made a small decision: to learn one new English word every day. She also wrote one thing she was grateful for. Slowly, her mindset changed. She began to feel proud of herself. She made new friends online. She started a small YouTube channel. Today, she is not just speaking better English. She is living with intention and inspiring others. So remember, living well is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about choosing what matters every day. It's about knowing what gives you meaning, walking with purpose, and living each moment with care and attention. When you focus on the quality of life, not just the number of years, you begin to feel more alive. And that, my friend, is a beautiful way to live. Why this helps you learn English better? When you live with purpose, passion, and a clear mind, something amazing happens. You learn faster, you grow deeper, and you feel more alive. This is also true for learning English. A motivated, happy, and purposeful person learns better than someone who feels bored, lost, or stressed. Why? Because your mind works best when your heart is in the right place. Let's start with a simple idea. When you love what you're learning, you learn faster. So, if you connect English with your dreams, goals, and interests, you will enjoy it more. And when you enjoy something, you want to do it again and again. For example, if your dream is to travel the world, start learning English words related to travel, directions, food, and places. If you want to become a doctor or an engineer, focus on English terms used in your future field. If your goal is to inspire people or help others, learn how to express your thoughts clearly in English. When you connect your learning to your life purpose, it becomes more than just a language. It becomes a tool to build your future. Also, a purposeful mind is more focused. People who wake up with a reason to grow or improve don't waste time. They practice with care. They pay attention. They use English in their daily life, like writing in a journal, listening to English podcasts, watching videos with meaning, or speaking with friends online. Learning becomes part of their journey, not just a school subject. Let me give you a real example. A young man once told me he used to study English without any real plan. He would memorize random words, but forget them quickly. Then he decided he wanted to become a motivational speaker in the future. Everything changed. He started reading books in English about confidence and success. He watched speeches and repeated what the speakers said. He wrote short scripts and practiced speaking in front of the mirror. Today, he speaks English confidently and is inspiring others through his voice. All this happened because he connected English with his life purpose. Learning English also gives you the chance to live a fuller, more open life. You can connect with people from different countries. You can find better jobs. You can share your story with the world. You can learn new things faster and understand different cultures. All of these are keys to living well, not just long. So if you truly want to learn English, don't just focus on grammar and rules. Connect it to your dreams. Let your goals guide your learning. When you do this, you will not only become a better English speaker, you will also become a better version of yourself. Some real stories. Sometimes the best way to understand an idea is through a real story. Stories touch our hearts and help us see things more clearly. So let's look at a couple of powerful examples. People who chose to live well, even if their lives weren't long, or even if the path wasn't easy. These stories show us that living fully is more important than just living for many years. The first story is about Randy Pausch, a professor at Carnegie Mellon University in the USA. He was diagnosed with terminal cancer and had only a few months left to live. Instead of spending those months in sadness, fear, or regret, he chose to live them with energy, love, and purpose. He gave a famous talk called The Last Lecture, where he shared life lessons, dreams, and the importance of living well. Millions of people were inspired by his words. Even though his life was short, it was full of meaning. He spent his final days teaching others how to follow their dreams and enjoy every moment. His story reminds us that what we do with our time matters more than how much time we have. Another inspiring story is about a young woman named Maya, not her real name, who worked in a busy office for many years. She followed the same routine every day. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep. She was safe, she had a job, but she felt empty. One day, she decided to change her life. She loved painting when she was young, so she started taking evening art classes. Slowly, she began creating beautiful artwork and even shared it on social media. Her work started touching others. She felt alive again, not because she changed everything overnight, but because she chose to do something that brought her joy. Her health improved, her confidence grew, and she started learning English to reach more people. Maya is still on her journey, but she is no longer just existing. She is living with passion and purpose. These stories show us a simple truth. Living well is a choice. It's not always easy, and it may not follow society's definition of success. But when you follow your heart, share your gifts, and connect with others in meaningful ways, you are truly alive. You may not control how long your life is, but you can always choose how deep and beautiful it becomes. So the next time you feel stuck in routine or fear, ask yourself, am I just breathing, or am I truly living? Because in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Actionable tips: how to start living well today. Now that we've explored the meaning and importance of living well, not just long. You might ask, where do I start? The answer is simple. You don't need to wait for a special moment or big change. You can start today, right now, with small steps that lead to a better life. Here are some easy, powerful tips you can follow. 1. Reflect on what matters to you. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, what truly makes me happy? What do I care about the most? It could be helping others, creating something, learning new things, or spending time with loved ones. Write these thoughts down. When you know what matters to you, you start to make better choices. For example, if you value learning, you might choose to read instead of scrolling through social media. If you love nature, you might go for a walk instead of staying indoors all day. Reflecting helps you live with direction. 2. Say yes to what you love and no to what drains you. You don't have to say yes to everything. If something gives you energy, joy, or peace, say yes to it. But if something leaves you feeling tired, negative, or stressed, it's okay to say no. For example, you may enjoy painting, writing, or playing music, but maybe you keep putting it off because you're busy doing things that don't matter to you. Start saying yes to your passions, even for just 10 minutes a day. And say no to activities or people that bring you down. Protect your time and energy. 3. Spend time with people who lift you up. The people around you have a big effect on how you feel. Surround yourself with those who support your growth, encourage your dreams, and make you feel good about yourself. If you're always around people who complain, judge, or pull you down, it's hard to feel motivated. But when you connect with kind, positive people, even online, you feel inspired. For example, join English learning groups, follow people who teach and motivate, or simply spend time with a friend who makes you laugh and listen. 4. Make time to learn and grow every day. Growth doesn't happen by accident. You have to choose it. Set a goal to do one small thing every day that helps you grow. It could be reading a few pages of a book, listening to a podcast, writing your thoughts in a journal, or practicing English. You don't need hours, you just need consistency. Over time, these small steps build a strong foundation for a better life. Think of it like watering a plant. Each day may seem small, but the results are beautiful when you stay patient and keep going. 5. Learn English with passion and purpose. English is not just a subject, it's a tool to build your future. Don't just learn it to pass a test. Learn it so you can express yourself, connect with others, and follow your dreams. Choose topics that interest you, like motivation, health, or creativity, and study those in English. Watch videos you love. Read stories that inspire you. Write about your thoughts in English. When your learning is connected to your purpose, it becomes exciting, not boring. And that makes all the difference. These tips may sound simple, but when you follow them with care and consistency, they can transform your life. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just take one step, then another. Every little action brings you closer to a life that feels rich, meaningful, and full of joy. Final motivation. As we come to the end of this video, I want to leave you with a simple yet powerful message. You deserve a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks long from the outside. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of living a long life, ticking off all the boxes and checking off years. But a life well lived isn't about counting years, it's about living each day with purpose, meaning, and joy. And this is something that anyone can choose, no matter where they are in life or what they've been through. It's never too late to start truly living. Whether you're just beginning your journey or you've been stuck in routine for years, you can take a step today toward a life that feels rich and fulfilling. Remember, every journey starts with one small step. It doesn't matter where you've been, but where you choose to go from now. You have the power to change your story. For example, take someone like Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC. He was in his 60s when he started his business, after years of struggling in different jobs. He didn't give up, even after facing many failures. He chose to live with purpose and passion, and today, his name is known around the world. His story reminds us that it's never too late to create something meaningful with our lives. Another example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her books became a worldwide success, she faced many challenges: unemployment, personal struggles, and many rejections. She could have given up, but instead, she focused on her passion for writing and created a world that has inspired millions. Her story shows that no matter where you start or how many obstacles you face, you can still choose to follow your dreams and make a difference. And I want you to remember this: every time you take a small step toward living well, whether it's learning something new, spending time with people who lift you up, or saying yes to what makes you happy, you are building a life that matters. These small steps add up. They may not feel like much at first, but over time they lead to big changes. I want you to believe in yourself. Your potential is limitless. The most important thing is to start where you are, with what you have, and move forward. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Take that first step today, and keep going, one step at a time. It will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. You have everything you need to create a life that feels good from the inside. Don't wait to start living fully. Do it today. Now I'd love to hear from you. What does living well mean to you? Everyone has their own unique idea of what it means to live a fulfilled, purposeful life. I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below, so feel free to share what makes your life feel meaningful. If you found this message helpful and inspiring, please support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with someone you care about. Together, we can spread these positive ideas and help others live fully and grow. Your support means so much, and it helps us reach more people who need this message. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.